Today I thought of sharing with you like 3 steps for the awakening. To be very honest, I have done more than 3 steps, but I wanted to really condense like what I've done in my journey and share with you all like what I've really done in this path, like what are the real 3 steps which really matters in this path. I hope that this would really be helpful because I feel like this really fast track the whole process for you, and that's what you want, because I've gone through the whole journey for 10 years, so I feel like that would be very good for you to know these steps because you can fast track the whole process. So the number one thing, I would say listen to real teachers, and this is very, very important, that you listen to real teachers. What I mean by real teachers are like, like teachers who has a direct experience of the truth. They have the potential to get you there. Just by being in their energy itself makes a huge difference. So I want you to really listen to these teachers who has a direct experience of the truth. This is very important. The why I'm saying this is because we are being conditioned for so many years. Like, for example, like if someone is 30 years, they have been conditioned by the society for 30 years, So it's very important that you listen to real teachers so that it supposed you to like really let go of this conditioning little by little. I remember when I was listening to Osho, and that really supported me, that really even challenged my world view, and plus the beliefs that I had about life and all that, that really challenged me. And I feel that's really important, and you see a whole new perspective. So that is the one key thing, listen to real teachers. You need to like, it's very important that the person has a direct experience of the truth. If that is the case, that would be very, very, that would be very useful in this journey. And the second thing I could say is like, if you can, this would be so good. I mean, this is like a privilege if you can get that support, have discussions with real teachers, Then again, when I say a real teacher, I mean someone who has gone through a direct experience of the truth. Just by having a discussion with these people, it opens you up to a whole new, it really like expand your mind, and that's very important. Just have real discussions with these teachers. And to be very honest, like that's the only thing I did. That's not the only thing, but that was very helpful. Because a real teacher is someone, like a realized person, is someone who has already walked this path. You know what I mean? So they know exactly where you'll be, how the journey would look like, and what are the challenges, and what you're going to expect in the next stage, next stage of your spiritual journey. And these are very important, and plus when you have discussions about your own life, and that really helps you, and that's about your life, and that's very customized, that's very very personalized, rather than, because if you there is so much information out there, like if you go to YouTube and other information, like even so many enlightened teachers are out there in YouTube and all that. But if you take, that's very more generalized. You know what I mean? Like, that's like for the whole. But if you can have the privilege to work with someone who has gone through the direct experience of the truth, it would be so amazing, because like that would be so personalized just for you. You know, that is what I do with my clients. You know, you can work with me if you're interested. If not, like, you can always find someone. I recommend you to find someone who has who is a realized person, which would be ideal. But that's the best. That's the best. That's what I would recommend. And have discussions with them. And that would be so amazing if you can do that. And the third step, I could say, like, observe your mind. That's it. That is the key. That's what you mean by meditation. That's the true vipassana meditation would look like. It doesn't matter what you wear or where you are. Sometimes people ask me why you're living a household life, not going into the mountains and all that. Why would I go to mountains, Then I need to be afraid of being around with the society, because it will destroy, it will destroy my peace of mind, Why do I need to be afraid of going into mountains, Because real struggles are here, living with the society. So it's very important, it doesn't matter what you wear or what you eat or whatever, What really matters is be in touch with your mind. Observe your mind. That's the only thing I did, I was like totally understanding the nature of my mind, little by little. And then those were realizations, not just that I read somewhere in intellectually, because I could say in intellectual level, I have read, like, just on Osho 60 plus books. So I had the spiritual knowledge, but that's not enough. In this path, it's very important you put that into practice. But that's what I support with my clients too. How you can put that and apply it in your life. When it comes to books and when it comes to real life, it's two different things. And that's why I'm always telling you and emphasizing you, rather than meeting someone who is very intellectually talking about this truth and someone who has a direct experience of the truth, they have a different energy. And they know what they're talking, and that itself transforms you. That itself can transform you. So it's very important, the real vipassana is about observing your mind. That's what you do. You can either become a nun or monk, wear a robe and do this, or you can live a household life just like me and everyone, and do the same thing, and so observing your mind is, for example, like one facet of your mind is like a prism. Mind is like a prism. What I mean by is prism, what a prism does. What prism does is that if you keep a prism to the sunlight, it takes the sunlight, and then it differentiates the 7 colors. And that's what exactly your mind does. Your mind wants to separate things, want to create distinctions. This is one person, this is still me. We are separate. Who does that? Inside your mind. Understanding this, what your mind does, the nature of your mind, that's all you need to do. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're traveling or whether you're like studying for any exams, whatever the state you are in, what matters is, are you in touch with observing your mind? If you are in touch with that means you're in meditation. That's what you need, and that's what real vipassana meditation is about. To be honest, like, I have never done like any special retreat. What I did was, like, living in this household life was observing my mind. And sometimes you might be like, it's like going inward, rather than people are going outward, because if you see, our all senses are going towards outward. Eyes, ears, everything is towards outside. But now what I'm saying is go inward. Sometimes you might be a little disconnected with the society, but yet again, that's worth it. That's totally worth it. Try to go inside and be in that constant state of observing your mind. That's what I did. Those are the 3 biggest steps that I've done in my path, in summary. And apart from those 3 steps, I would like to give like a bonus step. This bonus step is like so important, so very important. That is, have like laser focus. Have that laser focus towards the truth. Not just understanding the truth about existential truth, which we are talking about, but also, have that commitment to understand the truth about your reality, truth about your family, truth about your life. So have that laser focus towards this truth, and it's very important. And that's what I did. I could say I was like very committed. I never I myself was an anchor, towards that. And I could be an anchor. If you are interested going deeper in this spiritual journey, I could be anchor for you, because it's very important you have an anchor. Why I'm saying is that because 99% of the people are taking you to the other way, taking you to the other side, taking you there to distract you. So it's very ideal if you can have anchor, who is constantly guiding you and constantly reminding you of this truth, and be an accountable partner for you. And when you have that laser focus, whatever the distraction comes, you will be walking along that path. Always, to be honest, in my journey, I always had the highest priority as truth, realizing the truth. That was my first priority. So that's why you need that focus. Especially we are living in household life, it's very likely we'll get distracted. There were times that I was distracted. Totally, I was yeah. So I really want you to have that laser focus, and that's the last step. And if you, let me tell you one thing, this is very important. If you have a real genuine intention to find this truth, you're going to find this. You're going to find it. That's all you need, If you have that real genuine intention to find out this truth, you're going to find it. No matter what. Not just you want to feel good or become just happy, no. If you want to find the truth of life, no matter what, you're going to find it, and you'll be unstoppable. Okay, I hope that's helpful for you as a spiritual seeker, and I would wind up the thing, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, like the video, and And also for you to be in touch with my channel, you can subscribe to the channel. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a great day.